Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Marena McGregor, and I'm your new Director of Religious Education. Still feels really weird to say. This is such a bittersweet transition, as I have really loved working with Indigo for the last 5 years. And yeah. She has been such a kind, patient, and inspiring and thoughtful mentor and colleague who I am now honored to call my friend. And while she's staying on in a consultant capacity for the time being, which I am immensely grateful for, this transition marks a big shift in our scope of work, and it will not be the same without her. It goes without saying that Indigo has brought so much innovation and wisdom to our community, from relaunching the Spirit Play classes to revamping our childcare program to designing and facilitating our annual summer wizardry camp. I see a lot of you wizards out there. Family events, children and youth and young adult programming. I could go on and on and on. But the list of ways that Indigo has supported this community goes far and wide. I asked a few of the youth what they will miss most about working with Indigo, and they, across the board, said, "Indigo is my rock. She is always so grounded, and she always, always listens." And those youth are right. If I had to describe Indigo's style as a DRE, I would say that she leads with 3 core values: patience, curiosity, and fun. Those are values that she has taught me to truly cherish, both professionally and in my personal life, and I plan to carry those values forward as I step into this new role. Now, Reverend Leslie asked me to share with you all a little bit about my UU background. A lot of you may know this. I actually grew up attending this church and this religious education program. I'm actually 3rd generation UU. My grandparents started attending the church 60 years ago, and and my parents were married here 36 years ago, and then they had my sister and me. Okay, but now I have a confession. I know, it's a UU confession. And I can see my grandmother furrowing her eyebrows at me. I was not a big fan of the idea of coming to church at first, when I was little. I know, right? Because I'm here like every week now. But yeah, when I was little, my younger self thought that church would be boring and weird. I have vague memories of coming to an occasional service with my grandparents, and while I always loved spending time with my grandparents, I didn't quite get the appeal of why they came to church every week. But I'll never forget, my grandmother sat me down one summer about 20 years ago, and she said, "Marena, the church is doing a Harry Potter summer program in RE, and I would really like you and your sister to just give it a try." Now, most of you have met my grandmother, and if you haven't, she's sitting right there. She is not a woman that you say no to. And at the time, I was absolutely obsessed with the Harry Potter series, so my sister and I agreed to give the RE program a try. It only took one class for me to fall in love with the RE program here. The lessons were fun, they were engaging, the activities were nothing like the activities that I was forced to do at school. I made friends quickly, and within a matter of weeks, I was the one who was asking to come to church every Sunday. And throughout my time as a youth here, I wore a lot of different leadership hats. I got to work in the child care program. I served as a youth representative on the board of trustees. I performed in the children and youth choirs. I participated in all of the youth group activities, just to name a few things. Then I went off to college, and I was hired to come back during the summers as the summer RE program coordinator. And when I graduated from college, I was hired in a permanent staff role to help support the RE program. And that was 8 years ago. During those 8 years, the position that I have held has kind of grown and evolved into me serving as your assistant DRE. And in that capacity, I've been overseeing the childcare program, managing the youth and young adult groups, teaching some of the RE classes, helping with all of the events and the fundraising, and in collaboration with Indigo. So as I step into this role now, I'm bringing many years of experience and a really deep appreciation for this program. And I will take the tools and the lessons that I've learned from this community and from my mentors, and I will continue to share it with the next generation. It's a blessing to kind of have this work come full circle. However, I can't do this alone. I need your help. I need a lot of your help, because it takes a village to have a thriving community, especially a thriving RE program. And so I want to leave you all with this silly little original poem with an ask for all of you. Some of my asks are big, but some of my asks are small. But don't worry, because I have opportunities to help in RE for you all. I'm looking for thinkers, optimists, and dreamers. I need organizers, event planners, and streamers. I need advisors, teachers, mentors, and fundraisers galore. Get ready for the exciting year that we will have in store. Thank you so much for listening, and please hear me when I say that I'm not kidding about needing your help. I need you all to mark your calendars, so pull out your phones or take out a piece of paper. Anyone and everyone who has ever had any curiosity about what the RE program is all about, I have an event for you. Sunday, September 11th, right after the service, I will be hosting, get ready, it's called Is RE for Me High Tea? And y'all can thank Mark Watanabe for the title. If you want to hear more about my hopes and dreams for the coming year and the programming that we plan to offer, and you think you may be able to help out in even the slightest of ways, you should totally come. I know that not everyone is interested in teaching, but are you somebody who might be willing to grocery shop for snacks for the youth? Or maybe help plan a family event at the church? Maybe organize a craft closet? Maybe teach a teenager how to change a tire? And there's so much more. So I will be on the brick patio September 11th, right after service in my high tea garb. So come dressed up and get ready to have some tea with me. Thank you.